This is going to be one of the different vlogs I put up on gardening, birds, potatoes, flowers, a little bit of everything. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. You know, this is just like a morning vlog telling you what I'm doing today. Isn't this magnificent? Look at all the onions growing. I did the potato harvest yesterday. There wasn't much, but it gave us one meal. And then I had some potatoes in the house, purple ones that I hadn't planted yet. So I put 2 in there. I'll go ahead and drop it in so you can see what I did. But I came out here, took them out because it all died back. So though this vlog isn't on a potato harvest, I went ahead and tipped my dish pan to see what was in there. I think I had like 1 purple potato in there. And it turned out I had quite a few, enough to almost make dinner, I was thinking, because I had plans for dinner. So what I did was I had another bucket that I knew I had some white potatoes in there, grabbed those, and it worked out pretty good. I did have some purples in the house that I didn't plant, so I went ahead and put those back in the dish pan after I put everything back. You've seen all my videos. And I had some pieces from some russet potatoes that started to grow, just peeling, so I put those in there. I have nothing to lose. And that was it. Then it was dinner time. And it turned out to be really, really nice. What we ended up having is fried chicken. And then I fried up some tortillas, and I made guacamole from our avocados. And that's all we needed. And the boiled potatoes, it was really good. I did snatch a couple from Gary. He had brought them up from his garden because he was cleaning. So it gave us more than enough. There was leftovers for the dogs too. Now I'm dragging this around. See, sometimes you think, well, it doesn't look like she's done anything. Problem is you can't see everything I've done. Let me close the gate. I always have to close the gate because I don't know if Zoe's going to come out or what. So this yard we know she can get out of. All right, so this is what has been my morning. I did have a cup of coffee. It's still early. It's like 7 o'clock. And sat and watched the birds for a while. I did all this yesterday. So excited. Gutted this out. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. This was a plant. This is really exciting. I don't know if the label's on here. It was sitting over there for over a year. So I brought it over here, repotted it, put it out here yesterday morning, maybe 7 or so o'clock. And when I came back in the evening, it started to develop these little tiny flowers. Obviously, I abused it by leaving it in the shade. And now look, I can see they're all over the place. I'm gonna have pink flowers, that's why I bought it. It's a plant for hummingbirds. If I can find the name, I'll tell you what it is. I brought some milkweed that was growing here, some other salvias, and then this is I think it's a dazzling blue kale, actually, or it's a cross between a dazzling blue kale and a dinosaur kale. It's way up there. I was going to take it out, but I thought I'll leave it. Then I've got here geraniums, and those are cuttings of the emu bush, but the yellow one in the back there. We'll talk about that in a minute. So we've had some things I've come through the garden and I wasn't happy with. Obviously, some rat got in here and has made himself too much at home. So this is what I had to do. In here, among the mint, he built a nest. Now this was the second time he built a nest. He came back here and he built the nest there. Now the other day I came through here, took it out, and it was back this morning. And I thought, no. Now the reason it was back, there was a collard in here, there were other plants in here. So it was so sheltered, see how this is sheltered, that he just built a nest among the bushes that were here. Now there's no more bushes. So he's gonna come out here tomorrow or tonight and think, he's not sleeping in it. He might be just storing food in it, or maybe it was a second home if he needed it. But he's gonna come back tonight and see it's open. They don't wanna be open because even though I've got the cross beams, it's still too open for him. We're done with that. Took everything out of there. That was exciting. And then I took the collard out. Again, I was gonna, looks like a tree collard. It might be a purple. I took it out and I stuck it in that pot there. And then I put 2 geraniums in there. I put this one, which is kind of a pink one, and then the purpley one, which is the same one growing in the back there. Just dropped them in there, covered them up, and I grabbed some wood chips and stuff from here and put it there. So we'll see what happens with it. If it doesn't make it, just put something else in there. I thought it'd be nice going up there. It's not in my way. Now this, this is Chinese forget-me-nots. That's what this one is. It's not the bush. The emu bush is still somewhere in a pot. It just looked like it for a second. This I dug up around the meadow you know, by the ponds, and I'm trying to get some blue in here. All right, let's talk about this before I do whatever else. So this one stopped working. I should clean this up. This is my candlestick. To find this, I had a bucket here with a whole top. Same thing, I looked at it today, and I really don't want the bucket in here because you can't see it anyways. I'm gonna change things up. And when I pulled it out, it was eaten. So I've had a couple of them in here chewed apart because he's making himself too much at home and he's just chewing apart my wire. If you wanna see how I fix them, I do fix them really quick and easy. Drop your notes in here, your comments, and tell me, hey, I wanna know how to fix it, because you can fix them and they work great. So I can show you that in another video. So coming back here, I'm going to fill this with this. But I want to show you what I put in there. This I just collected from the ground, different things, leaves and stuff. So when he comes back, he's not going to be able to really do anything. And he's going to leave. I hope he doesn't get into something else I want. But if he does, I'll deal with it. And I think I'm going to put, not today, but I think I'm going to put a pot on top. You know, not this one, but something small here. And maybe bring some more flowers in here. For now, I'm leaving that there, and I'm using the soil in there. I want this tote out. It's not doing anything there. And I'll see what I'm going to put in there. This is something I picked up. I don't know. It's metal. Gary said I wouldn't eat anything out of it. No, but I can put some flowers and stuff in it. I've had it forever. What am I going to do? Throw it away? It looks like it was an old air conditioner. And it was something we picked up out of the trash. So I went ahead and planted in it. And then what is growing in there? Oh, there's a collard, and it's got flowers. So, okay, so we've done that. So let's back out here. Again, don't forget, if you want to know how to fix a chewed wire, I got a quick fix. Because I had to fix one the other day, and it was just wonderful. All right, so let's see, back up. I moved my papaya. Now my papaya is there. Is it going to make it? I don't know, but when I yanked it out, there was no root system on that thing at all. So I will have to see what happens. Just leaves and stuff I'm collecting. Going to collect something in there. This is another plant I had here to put in a pot, which I finally did. Let's leave this here. Let's walk over here. This is what's exciting. Really exciting. Okay, so I'm going to move the trough. The soil in here, the compost, as some of you call it, is so rich. So full of earthworms, and look how beautiful. I don't want to get my hands really right now all black from it. Look at this. Look how it broke down and how gorgeous it is. Oh, and there's earthworms in there too. It's been full of earthworms. When I dig in there, I can't believe how beautiful this is. So I don't want to just ditch it. I'm going to use that. So I'm going to take my time emptying it. I will relocate my pitcher. See how the pitcher's made, you know, the two system type thing. This is the pitcher. Everything's gone. When I lifted it, the earthworms ate everything out of it. Well, that will be relocated either with this trough when I move it or somewhere else. But I'm telling you, I just created all that soil for free. If you go back and look at the video when I set it up, it was leaves, stems, branches, kitchen scraps, anything I could find from the garden, from the house, all went into this to fill it. Because to fill a trough that size, be it this metal one or one you buy for $200 or $300, it will cost you with soil from the store, potting mix, whatever you use. Even if you went the cheapest on the bottom, I've told some people if they have to, use the cheapest you can on the bottom and then build from there. If you don't have anything to put in there, it's going to cost you $200 to $300 to fill it. And then it drops. See how much this is? Where you can see where it's clean. Look how it's compressed down. It was close to the top. So it has completely dropped. And that's what happens when you grow in these big ones. They drop, and then you have to refill them or redo them. And again, you're going to put another $200 in. You could be putting out $1,000 in a year just to grow in something like that to keep the soil up. Keep that in mind. That's why I absolutely love my totes. Anyways, by putting everything in there, I created all that free soil. So I dragged the free soil back over here because I've been busy as a bee in here, moving geraniums and everything around here. And that's when I filled up that pot that I moved the tree collard out of this thing. So he can't build a nest anymore. I had to refill that because it had dropped all the way down this pot. and I can't pull it out because the reason is this beautiful hummingbirds lunch that the hummingbirds love. The bees aren't that crazy about it. They have a hard time getting in there. They can make a hole, especially the larger carpenter bees, and suck nectar out of it, but it's really a hummingbird thing. That had dropped halfway down, especially when I pulled the plant out. Then there was nothing left. So I went ahead and used the soil from the trough that I just showed you, filled that up, and now I also put collard and kale leaves and different things, anything from around the garden, because my soil's alive. I want green and brown matter in there. And this deal that you can't mix wood chips in with soil, baloney, but that's all I'm gonna say on that. I mix all the time, and so does Gary. Same thing there, took the soil, because that was an empty pot, went ahead and mixed in all kinds of stuff, wood chips, leaves, and everything. And then on the top, I used that beautiful soil that I made out of my trough, put it in there, and that is just gonna be great. Did the same thing here. And I'm still working in here. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna put in here. This has just been gorgeous. So that's what I've been doing. And I do this in the morning because I'm usually either working on a video or something like that, or even working in the garden during the day. So I come out here, I work in the garden, enjoy the birds, and then after I have a coffee, I just jump in here. I've been tooling and doing different things, starting to get my vegetables growing. And then here, see, this broke off from the tree collard I moved. I might use the cutting on that. And then this is all the pieces that broke off while I was cleaning. Well, there's no loss there. See, my gloves are all muddy because this is what I've been doing. And I'm going to do it with those pieces. I've been putting them in little pots. And if they make it, they make it. And if they don't, they don't. And this one, oh, that's not that. That's a different one I just did. So I'm going to have this whole thing with cuttings. So if I want to move another hummingbird's lunch, like I did that one, like there's some down there growing, I've got them on my deck. I've got them ready, and my neighbor wants hummingbird's lunch. I'll give to her. I've given her geraniums. I don't know if I want to do this yet. Okay, I don't know. It's something I don't want to talk about. You know what? Let's go in the house for a minute. You're going to be the first to see this. And I'll tell you the story real quick. You know what? I'm just going to show it to you. And if you want to know more information, because I think I've talked too much, because this was supposed to be mainly on gardening, doing potatoes and different things. But I'll give you a peek. And if you're interested, leave your comments and say, yes, we want to know. Let's go in the house. I literally am going to talk two minutes on that. And like I said, this would be a whole video in itself. Those are not guineas. Really quick, we had a desperate call because people know that we know about birds and animals, that unexpectedly 2 babies that were wet, not doing good, had hatched under an emu that had been sitting on eggs, a male. The male sits. They desperately didn't know what to do. They called, and Gary had said, no, we're trying to cut down. We can't do it. And of course, I said, okay. They brought him down, we dried him up, we cleaned him up, and they obviously had just hatched, and it wasn't set up for breeding. It was just an accident that the 2 had gotten together, because apparently, long story short, these people had kept them separate for years, and they didn't want to have babies, and now they have babies, but we'll see what happens. We've had them for 2 days here now. I think it's been 2 days. Today's the 2nd day, actually. We are feeding them. That is aluminum foil in a bowl of water. And that is it. That's the story short, right to the point. And so they're doing good. They're eating. They're now eating. And they're drinking. And I don't want to mess with them too much because their bones are very soft when they first hatch. But we do handle them, so they will get used to us.
There you go, buzzards. Fresh water for you. Hey, babies. You want to see me? You want to see me? You want to see me? You little baby? You little baby? You little next one. Huh? And do the next one. Like that. And the other one. Pick you up. There you go, Junior. You want them on next to like that? How do you see that grab you? How does that grab you? Hey, you like that? There we go. You need a junk on your face. Dander that time off me, I think. Now,
as you saw, we can keep an eye on them, so when we're not here, we can see what's going on with them. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the garden, and that's what I've been doing. This is kind of a daily update, and this is what I do. So, oh, you guys are too cute. Just think, in a matter of 6 months, oh my gosh, they could be 5 feet taller, if not bigger. With that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Oh, and Gary is chopping up greens for them. Bye-bye.